moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Boakai only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I will praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Boakai,
he has proven enough. You went taking charge of the bidding while they were on ground.
Of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I will praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Boakai,
Gregory Cuomo is a drug dealer. And the whole time he been a police IG, he have demonstrated that he's a gangster. Look how he run the police. It's the behavior of a gangster. Trying to intimidate people and see how they have been. Look, let me say, what kind of investigation have Gregory Cuomo gone through and then come out with facts findings? The Capitol building went right in Gregory Cuomo's hand, because we saw Gregory Cuomo there at the Capitol building beating lawmakers, taking charge of the building. While they were on ground, the Capitol building went. Gregory Cuomo is a drug dealer. Gregory Cuomo is a drug dealer. And the whole time he been a police IG, he have demonstrated that he's a gangster. Look how he run the police. It's the behavior of a gangster. Trying to intimidate people and see how they have been. Look, let me say, what kind of investigation have Gregory Cuomo gone through and then come out with facts findings? The Capitol building went right in Gregory Cuomo's hand, because we saw Gregory Cuomo there at the Capitol building beating lawmakers, taking charge of the building. While they were...
I believe that Gregory Cuomo should relinquish the position, but I believe that Gregory Cuomo should be arrested. Gregory Cuomo should be handcuffed. Gregory Cuomo should be investigated and subsequently thrown behind bars for being involved with this drugs issue that is destroying the lives of many people, not just in Liberia, but across the world. Yesterday, the United Party government made you to believe that George Weah was importing kush into the country. Let me say this and be very emphatic about it: that there will be nothing will happen to that border in terms of violence, because Joseph Boakai has agreed to give that land to Guinea. Every time you hear them say we're having diplomatic approach, in that diplomatic approach, he has gambled the land to Guinea. We are not in a diplomatic approach. We are on the surface, on the pavement, observing the situation and seeing the outcome of the situation. So if Mr. Sheriff telling me that I'm having a conversation with your brother there to give you back your property, and my brother keep coming back to this property, that means he's deceiving me. But in his conversation with that my brother, he's telling him that take this property is for you. So it is just the case with the Guinea and Solomon Bureau. President Boakai has agreed 100% to turn that place over to Guinea. That is why you see that Guinea is having no remorse. Guinea can come as far as beyond even the land to say they want to build immigration office and they want to construct custom office. If Guinea did not get green light, my brother, they would never do that. Everything that is happening at that border is sanctioned by Joseph Boakai. Yeka did not allow Boakai mortgage that land to the Guineans.
So, if I may ask you, my brother Jake, do you agree with this assertion? The home of Paul King, there wasn't a single police officer that went there. Today, they say club owner is involved with the drugs. We see the whole police, they surrounded that club. One of my friends told me, he said, Prince, you know what we went down there for? He was part of the operation. He said, you know what we went there for? I said, no. He said, we went there to go destroy the camera that they had there, the how you call it, the CCTV. He said, we went to go collect that bus so we can destroy it. He said, you know how many government officials then going to that place? They're carrying on dirty deeds. You know, Jake, I think it was you that said this thing here on the platform. That I think it was you that said it.
Yes. I said it on Friday.
Yes, on Friday. It was my man that called me today. He was part of that operation. He said, Prince, nobody was so lie to you. In Liberia now, it is Gregory Common that will determine who will be persecuted and who will not be persecuted. You can decide now who you will arrest and who you will not arrest. This particular Queen Johnson, who was wanted by the police under the regime of His Excellency President Dr. George Manabuya when he was almost like at the verge of leaving power. We saw notice wanted by the Liberian National Police back how you call it for Queen Johnson. Today, where is Queen Johnson? Oh, okay. So you want to tell me that the police authority under President Weah, it was different. Now under Joseph Numa Boakai, it's different now. So Queen Johnson now is passing around free. What happened to that one? What was the investigation that was conducted? So she's free now. She's going around. She's free. She's part of the government. So it is now clear that people who are associated with the government can commit crime and walk away with impunity. So it is now clear that people who are with the government can be able to do anything and they will go scot-free without anybody asking them. Once you are with Unity Party, it means that's a passport for you to commit a crime and nobody will ask you questions. Oh yes, we saw it.
I believe that Gregory Common should relinquish the position, but I believe that Gregory Common should be arrested. Gregory Common should be handcuffed. Gregory Common should be investigated and subsequently thrown behind bars for being involved with this drugs issue that is destroying the lives of many.
As an American, a higher crew, an American financial expert, he came in the country. While Americans were investigating, Mr. Joe Boakai was attending bring back our money protests. Even though enough efforts were made, enough pressure were exerted on ourselves by the presidency then led by President George Manabuya, that in the squad mind of Joe Boakai wasn't enough. He went with a whole set of protests at the executive mansion where arms were displayed. Yeke and others have arms. They talk about those arms. Erin Costa. You know, so when you talk about enough, what is enough yet? When you don't know who next, you know, will be seen like a receiver of gift. They say all laser poshket. So it's difficult to tell which one someone from Bella each. That's what the Igbo men say in the book James Foy Part written by Professor Achibi, right? So right now it is difficult for us to tell, you know, who is Ekatil in a state of absolute uncertainty, in a narco state like ours, where the Colombian judge leader will make a video and accuse the son of the president. Yet the president is not moved. Nothing is moving whatsoever to launch a probe. A serious president this time around will extract all of the executive privileges and access from his son and say, look, go and recuse yourself. That is what a serious president would do. If Boakai had done that, trust me, I would resign from the CDC and started supporting him. That would tell me that he put Liberia first. For Mr. Boakai sitting there, the cherry picking, there's missing sweeper, there's missing driver, there's missing wheelbarrow carrier, and you say, what is enough? Look, Prince Sherry, whether you being hypocritical or not, to even ask that question for me is reasonable. To look at what is happening in Liberia, to look at our country, for 2 months, government can't tell anything. And do you know that Bola, there's a guy called Bola who Johnny Bola. Do you know that Johnny Bola, who was later on, dismissed and nothing has happened? Do you know that his position, all the intelligence agencies within the Liberia National Police report to him, including Interpol? Do you know that that guy was responsible to put all of the just cartel members' name in the Interpol? To this point, nobody's name is in the Interpol. That's why all those cartels escaped from the country. We don't know who is involved. And you say it's enough? Prince Sherry, who does that? What is enough here is for Boakai to blind his eyes, to refuse to honor the theory of superior respondent in criminology and in the law. Gregory Kumo has recommended men to be appointed by Boakai. All those he appointed, they are deemed to be criminal. And yet he's standing there. And Boakai wants us to believe that he's not aware. Mr. Boakai has proven his ineptitude to the zenith. He has proven, in fact, Boakai, if we have a serious legislative branch of government, he should be impeached for defacing, our state. Mr. Boakai should be impeached for desecrating the sacredness of the presidency, thereunto assigned to him by the Liberian people. If that country was a sound country, the legislature led by the regime speaker will at this point, come back from reset. The state cannot be in a state of turmoil. We cannot be in a narco warfare, and then we have our lawmakers say they're on recess. That's on a serious country, but led by a bunch of unserious criminals and looters. And you say that is enough, Prince? What is enough? In fact, what is enough? You say enough. We have not protested yet. We've been given in a space to see how responsible they are, and you talk about enough. Nothing is enough here. Liberian people, the petty man on chemistry is being taken to jail just for tramadol, right? Tramadol that is prescribed in the hospital, right? Just for headache medicine. And you talk about cocaine. Look, I hate to hear people calling that drugs. Drugs is generic. Anything can be drugs. Your paracetamol can be drugs. Your chloroquine can be drugs, right? Your ibuprofen can be drugs. What is happening in Liberia? What we are seeing is cocaine, undiluted cocaine in street value. That's what we see, and people here talking, UP propaganda. Now, what I like my teacher, there's a technical, political difference between propaganda and lie. In a context of political reasoning, propaganda is acceptable. Propaganda is just a channel of adequate communication. Lies comes with the elements of deception, dishonesty, orchestration, manipulation, purposely designed, with acute falsehood. There's difference. So the party, they are not propagandists, they are liars, they are criminals, they are crooks. That is the issue here. So nothing is enough, Prince.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly. So we have one of our panelists is on the line, one of our brother, Elton, the legend, we said he's on the line. So I'm going to bring him on. Let's bring Elton on. Because these people are not people to play.
Community, but we play the game different. Georgia will come to power. Let me tell you, they can't stop it. They can't stop it. I told two things before I close quick, before my fellow brothers ain't come here. The 2028 election will determine what 2029. You take it to the bank. I get 5-page dossier. 5-page. I will give it to the president. You think the United Party is going to steal that election again? You think they're going to see that election how they came to power too last? They saw the election because of the help of Prince Johnson. Fast here, a reality. I will say that before I close. Maybe the audio will soon come up. Because they're picking the bag now. 2 audio will happen in the Republic of Liberia before 2029. Samuel Coca get one damaging audio on the Unity Party.
Not resign as he recused getting from back home, sir, before we can enter our discussion.
Thank you so much, Brother Prince. I think
our own brother, the Crown Monk, generally tell us how is the situation, in Liberia, in Mosurado County. You are on the ground and you have your ears, your eyes everywhere. How is the general situation in Liberia? As far as Mosurado County is concerned, somebody will say that is the pillow or that is the cradle or that is the mitochondrium of the entire political discussion that where it emerges from. So how's Liberia, generally speaking? Let's just ask you on that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sheriff. And Maserado is a very toxic space, to be honest. For the past few days, apart from just the drugs issue, there has been numerous of issues across the county where if you are on social media, you observed a few days ago that there was a tussle between marketeers in Radio Market and PPCC. That's been a very serious problem where they try to deprive people the right of hustling and selling to where they normally do their businesses to get ends meet for they and their family. And to be very honest, for the past 1 to 2 years, the government has become very unpopular in Maserado. Everywhere on the walls of Maserado shows that the government has failed the people, that the government is been run by few people who are just concerned about getting wealth and enriching themselves. So the people are speaking out. When you follow Facebook again, like I said, there has been numerous of opinion polls where people took the microphone to the marketplaces in Waterside, in Juara Market, across other counties, and people are speaking out for themselves. You can see the bitterness in the people's faces as you walk in the streets of Monrovia and Maserati. You see that people are angry. You see that the government is very unpopular in the country and in Maserati. So that's the happening. That's the current situation of the country. It is a
Thank you.
tense one. It is a tense one. It is a tense one. And if you are following, you will know that the people are really, really, really angry with this government.
Thank you so kindly for that particular overview. Thank you so very kindly. Uh, Honorable Dobayu, I am very sure that you might not be, in Liberia currently, but you have your ears, your eyes, and everything in Liberia. People are reporting on a daily basis. You are also calling people from, around Liberia, just everywhere because you serve in one of the most serious capacity, in the party, and also you've worked, in government. So you have friends all over. I mean, you have friends, you have colleagues, you have people you communicate with. What is the news you are getting? I mean, generally, how are they? I mean, the information that are coming from our people. What is your own take or own perspective relative to Liberia? I mean, what is the news that you are getting?
Well, the news that we are getting it lives in the neighborhood of the news that was just summarized by Brother Emmanuel Carmon. The news we are getting is news of the state being in a state of delusion, in the state of turmoil, in just a narcotic state. That's the news we are getting. The news we are getting is the news of confusion, a news of a fourth family being wholly conflicted in the just crisis. That's the news we are getting. The news we are getting is the news of absolute and acute corruption. It is the news of deception, the news of lies, the news that the civil servant now his pay is not enough, for he and his family. That's the news that September is coming. Parents are they are hungry, they are mad, they are worried, as to where to get money from to put their children back to school. That is the news we are getting. The news we are getting is the news of segregation, where the first family, the Boakai, the sons, and everyone surrounding the inner circle of decision making are beclouded with the importation of cocaine. The marketeers everywhere, people know the news. They know that the president is doing lip service. So it is the news of sadness, the news of people being extremely frustrated, the news of uncooked disappointment. That is the news I've been getting, and from my family, from my friends, from my students that I taught in Crawford, in BJ Harry, in Crawford, in AMU, and other universities around our country. That is the news that I have been getting. And to validate that news, on my recent trip to Liberia, when I have come to get married, I saw it.
think the news I'm getting from back home is citizens are concerned about the happening in the country, especially when it comes to the drug issues. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
When it comes to the drug issue, even though there are other issues going on, and, but the main issue here is the drugs. So citizens are concerned and just waiting for 2029 because at this point, they have to live with it. They can't really do anything. They have to bear whatsoever circumstances come on their way because our citizens have made a decision to put this current government in. It was citizens' own will, that they decided not to support the former president. It was their own will that they chose the government that they have today, that they are dealing with today. So they are saying they are living in a country today where they can't even speak on the reality of what is happening in a country. Nobody can speak about the drugs issue within a country. If any
You know the party that no to pick may in la broke.
Because from what we are seeing, it's like the government is covering up for people. So, what would be your own take to the Liberian people that are listening to you around the world? Let's hear from you as you conclude.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sharif, for the opportunity. And for me personally, I have no recommendation for the government. And here is why I have no recommendation for the government. Before Joe Boakai came to the presidency, to the United Party had entered Joe Boakai like somebody who is a deputy genius, somebody who has superior governmental knowledge to solving the Liberian people problem. One of the United Party major campaign message was the fact that Boakai has 42 years experience in government. So, and another campaign promise that came to power is the slogan rescue. So I don't get it when I see people trying to compare Joseph Boakai government with George Weah government or with Ellen government. The brother who called and say we didn't drugs, it is not today that we started fighting drugs in Liberia, is truth. But Boakai distanced himself from almost all of the government in this country. That he is the only person who is abreast with solving Liberia issue. Boakai served on the ministry for 12 years as vice president. Boakai
The reason is simple. Drug is a lucrative business, so everybody want to get money. For that, you will find somebody somewhere who is involved. So when you fight these drugs, you find almost people everywhere. So your security.
Okay, so we have it right here.
Yeah.
Honorable Doba, you listening to the former LDEA boss who was dismissed by Mr. Boakai, and now you are seeing all of these communication coming up. Day before yesterday, we saw a long list of other officials who were suspended by the president directly. Don't you think that this is enough proof to tell you that the president is sincere in his fight? That this president will ensure that, like he said in his words, there will be no second count, and they ask for fall where it will fall. Don't you think that this is a step forward? All of us must hail this government.
So we want to say thanks. We are having some issues, some technical issue here. Thank you. Thank you definitely for your presence. Thank you. We appreciate everything you continue to do for this platform. Because we are limited, we can just call some names. We want to say thanks to the folks there at the King's FM 88.5 Critical Issue Liberia page, who are carrying this particular program live on the page. You can also follow that page. We also want to say thanks to the Metro Media, the folks there at Metro Media. I want to say thanks to the folks there. They are doing exceptionally well. They are also carrying the program live on the Metro Media page, so you can also follow them. We want to say thanks to the Maryland Online News. They are also carrying it live on the Maryland Online News. I want to say thanks to the folks there and to our people there also on the Truth Lens News Liberia. They are also carrying it live on the Truth Lens Liberia. You can follow us on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram and wherever place you can get us. Just follow us. Again, I want to say thanks to all of you. Let me apologize for the sound that you will hear. This is what we do. We have other things to do, family duties to take care of, and we also have this to do. So we got our hand filled. The other people on the other side while we are on the other side. So please don't be distracted when you hear some of the exciting noise. The people on the other side are happy, they're playing. And we got to keep them in our proximity because we have no one to look at them. So we got to do that. So when you see that or when you hear some, level of excitement from the background, you must know that they themselves are trying to play too. So we got to share the space. That's what we do. So thanks to each and every one of you. Let me go to our live feed as I welcome some of our people that have joined us. Bill Kwenwa, thank you so much for joining us from River G. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if the pronunciation of the last name is a kind of bit off. Forgive me. But Bill joining us from River G. How are you, my brother Bill? I want to say you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for your presence. Vinicius Junior Bar, how are you, Chief? Thank you so much for joining us. It's always a privilege for us to have you here. Thank you so very kindly. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate your presence here. We want to welcome James D. Flomo II. Thank you so much, James D. Flomo II. We appreciate your presence here. Amia Manting, thank you so much joining us there on the YouTube channel. We appreciate your presence here, Martin. Thank you so much. We want to welcome Frank Vladdy Smith. Frank V. Smith, you are highly welcome. Thank you so very kindly. We welcome our Director of Research, Honorable Christopher Watia Tubazi. He goes by the name Tubazi, Christopher Watia Tubazi. How are you, sir? You are highly welcome. Thank you so very kindly. I want to welcome Uncle T. Uncle T. Thank you so much, Uncle T. Uncle T. We appreciate your presence here. Thank you so very kindly. Honorable Papi Success. Honorable Papi Success Keita, thank you so much. We appreciate you, Honorable, watching us there this afternoon from Liberal Guinea. Good afternoon from Liberal Guinea. Thank you so much for your presence here. We appreciate you. It's a privilege for us to have you here. Thank you so very well. We want to welcome Linda Morris. How are you, sis Linda? How are you and the family? I hope you guys are doing great. She's watching us there from Rhode Island. Thank you so much, sis Linda, for your presence here. I want to welcome my own brother, Joe King, King Solomon. Thank you so much, Joe King, King Solomon. You are welcome. I want to also welcome Nathaniel M. Jabadi. Nathaniel Jabadi, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon from Greenville City, Sino County. Thank you so very kindly. It's a privilege for us to have you here. We want to welcome the folks from the Metro Media. Jacob Swen Carter, how are you? Thank you so much, my brother. We appreciate your presence here. It's always a privilege for us to have you here. Thank you so, so very kindly. I want to welcome Boakai Boy Henry. Thank you so much, Boakai Boy Henry. We appreciate your presence here. Thank you for joining us. Adolphus V. Benda. How are you, my brother Adolphus Benda? Joining us there from Kakata. Yeah, on the Kakata Highway, 15 Gate Community, Kakata Highway. Thank you, and you are welcome. Thank you so much. I want to welcome my brother, Trokon Geladino Gray, how are you, sir? Watching us there from Monrovia, the president of the Supreme Motorcyclist. He's called the Yellow Machine. You are welcome, sir. Okay, let me share this with you. Let me see right here what we have here. Okay. All right, so let me see it here. Okay. Okay. So Trocon, I got you right here. So let's see our brother Jake also. Okay, we got you right here. All right, so we just did. Yeah. So we want to say welcome to all of you. I want to also use this time to say welcome to Teresa Bo. How are you? Sister Teresa, thank you so much, Mama, for joining us. We appreciate you. It's a privilege. Thank you so very kindly for your presence here. While we wait for our people, yesterday I received a call from a friend and a brother who is a very strong member of the Unity Party. This brother said to me, Prince, why are you guys so negative? And I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean that we are so negative? And this guy said, everything that the government is doing, all of the efforts, the energy that the government is putting in, you people are not even acknowledging that. You are not even appreciating that. But you guys are playing politics with this entire drug stuff. And this person is a government, he works in the government in Liberia. Like I said, a brother and a friend. So we talked for almost like 30 minutes. He said, Prince, you guys are so, I don't know, he referred to it as so bitter since your lost election. Nothing that this government has been able to do for you guys to praise. It's all about politics. Everything is about politics. Why are you guys so insincere? Why are you guys so unpatriotic to your own country? And after we talk, I asked him a question. So I'm sorry. Just had to receive a call. So I asked him, I said, what are some, thank you so much, Solomon Connect, thank you so much. Following there from Barclay community, thanks so much. We appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. So I said, what are some of the attributes of a good leader? Can you give me some of the attributes of a good leader? And the good thing about the discussion was when I asked him, what are some of the attributes of a good leader? This, my brother, was very sincere enough to tell me that some of the attributes of a good leader is honesty. He said, honesty, Prince. He said, a good leader must be honest. A good leader must be tax-oriented, must be resourceful, and etc., etc. So I was listening to him. Adolphus V. Binder, how are you? Adolphus is reporting that, and let me just highlight it right here. He said, it is about 2 years now that the road leading from Red Light to Banga Highway have not been brushed. The road have been covered with grass, and no one knows to brush it. So I am currently asking the president to clean the road. Here is it. Here is it. Maintenance of road. Government not able to do it. Where can I able to do it? Just to brush road. President, we have time. There were people employed to do these things. And you say, oh, President, we have all kind of people on the payroll. There now. This brother is living there and travel there at Adolphus on a daily basis. 2 years now, according to what he's saying. The grass now is taking over the road. It is not surprise. If these people can leave the investable park, the PHP park, vulnerable to destroy, after we spend huge money to put that place or to bring that place alive, that road you're talking about, but we will be able to put it out here. So thank you, my brother Adolphus. I want to welcome Madam Kude Williams, one of our leaders, one of our mothers, who is always with us. You know, this woman is very, very energetic. Sometimes I don't know how she do it. She's one of the oldest among us, but she's young. I don't know, oh, but she's still young. 70 years old woman. Yeah. When you see her, she's a 70 years old, you say that lie. She can be a Monday, 25-year-old, and Monday, 30 years. We're doing our city, we're jumping around, we're singing, we're dancing. Madam Kude Williams, I want to thank you. I want to appreciate you. You are a source of inspiration for some of us. Your words is a source of encouragement. Your presence stimulates our energy to do more than what we are doing. And Kule, thank you so much. You are a mother. You are a leader. We hail you. We celebrate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Emmanuel Bro, thank you so very kindly for joining us from Minnesota. Welcome. Thank you. So after he named to me those traits of a leader, and the thing he said honesty. Then I said, stop right there. Do you want me, a Prince Sharif, to believe Mr. Boakai, who told us as president of the Republic of Liberia that he is not aware of the project that was carried out right in his backyard, foyer? He said he's not aware. Do you want me to believe a government that had 5 different versions of the foyer story when it emerged first? The information minister said that was security area, highly security area. The public work minister made us to understand that was some kind of area that we need not to know about. Everybody was giving their own story. Even Joseph Numa Boakai, he said to us, he don't know nothing about it. When we put them to the war, Boakai told us that it was MRU. Other people said that was Grace. They said that there's a vessel Grace are doing that here. We don't know nothing about it because the man is dead. So therefore, let's allow a name. It will be fine. When we put the story to what we refer to as the elastic limit that we got to know, we will find out. Today, we know what happened. Boakai and his people shamefully came up to tell us the project here, you see, the Mano River Union project. So you want me to believe such an individual right? Let me play this so you hear it for yourself. When we speak with facts.
So, FOIA project is intended to be a hub for peacemaking in the sub-region. Marabio can drive straight to FOIA. The President of Guinea can come to FOIA. Even if Cote d'Ivoire will be the only country that will fly. So the project there is an international project intended to prepare FOIA as a place where we resolve these crises and making them very private by the president, people meeting there, international meetings will take place there. It's not a Joseph Boakai project. In fact, it started without me knowing because probably they knew that I would have presented it. So it is not a private project, it's a...
You hear Joseph Numa Boakai telling you and myself? It started without him knowing. So you want me to believe this old man that a $10 million MRU project started in Liberia? Joseph Numa Boakai now know about it. Then you say you want me to trust this man. The president of the Republic of Liberia. Yesterday, the measure that was used to refer to President Weah as incompetent or qualify a non-governmental material was because he was not omnipresent, omniscient, and omni-knowing. That he know everything, he not there to see everything. So therefore, he was unqualified and incompetent. Let me find. Okay. One of the reasons why people like Joseph Numa Boakai said President Weah was unqualified, he was incompetent, and he does not have what it takes to lead Liberia was because they said President Weah was not everywhere at the same time. As a president, you must have the characteristics to be everywhere at the same time. You must know everything that is happening within the bailiwick of the country that you lead. You must be in everybody's house, in everybody's room. Anything that happens, you must be the one to take the responsibility. If somebody in their room get food to eat, you as a president, you must be held responsible. That was what they told us. That was what they said. So for Boakai to tell us that a $10 million project started in 4 years, not anywhere, behind your house, right under your nose, that you now know nothing about it, according to Joseph Numa Boakai. But this man come to tell us that it's a Mano River Union project. So you want me to believe such a man? So Mano River Union will carry on a project in Liberia without the knowledge of the president. So you want to believe that? No, you want me to be as dumb as this, narrative is concerned. And this is the man that you want us to trust. This is the man that you want us to believe. I want to welcome my brother, James Stano Jr. How are you? Grandma Police, you are welcome. Jerry Solo, we appreciate your presence, even though you do not agree with us. But it is people like you that strengthen us. So when you are hearing this kind of thing from Mr. Boakai, let's play it for you again, so that you hear it.
Place where the sub-region, where we resolve these listening to this in the sub-region. Marabio can drive straight to FOIA. The President of Guinea can come to FOIA. Even if Cote d'Ivoire will be the only country that will fly. So the project there is an international project intended to prepare FOIA as a place where we resolve these crises and making them very private by the president, people meeting there, international meetings will take place there. It's not a Joseph Boakai project. In fact, it started without me knowing because probably the new FOIA project.
I will laugh anytime I reach to the place. Yeah.
So MRU cannot enter Liberia, carry on a project without the acquiescence, without the knowledge of the president of the country. It's not MRU now carry on their own activity. The president I will. That's good. So you want us to believe that, right? So according to Joseph Newman Boakai, MRU is carrying on a project in Liberia, but he don't know about it. Initially, he don't know. So MRU just jump, go to Liberia and start paying. Right? You want us to believe it. You see, these are some of the things that when we show to our people, our brother, then they get vexed. No, you want me to believe Boakai, but I'm giving you evidence that this old man is a pathological liar, is a sick liar. So let's just leave the FOIA project, right? Let's forget about the FOIA project. Let's leave it. That is just one side of the story. You want us to believe it. Let's go to the border issue, the Slumber border issue. When this border issue started, the government of Liberia told us that it was lie, that we were playing propaganda. Oh, the CDC people there, oh, the opposition there, they didn't want to see nothing good coming from Liberia. They didn't want to see Boakai. That's what they told us. So not true. Guinea now on Liberia border. The lie. The Guineans, they're not on Liberian border. These people, they swear to their mountain water to the extent that even the minister of information, he was causing people and giving people cheek around here for that border issue. Later on, the someone sorted and said, oh, it was a minor thing. It was a minor thing, and in fact, that thing will be taken care of. Don't believe what we are saying. Let me play you the video. Let me play you the video from how you call our man, the man called minister.
Because our territorial sovereignty we encroached upon and we're doing nothing. Weapons to go do something, so we're not doing anything.
Here is what we are talking about. I'm sorry, I think I'm having some feedback here. Just bear with us while we try to solve what we have. Oh. So, Jake, welcome. Just take over. Give me a second. Let me position some people around here because the plane getting too much. All right. So I think we are good. We are good. We are good now. So this is where we find ourselves. You want us to believe Boakai. You want us to trust Boakai. But here is the information. Mr. Boakai told us that he is not aware about what is happening. That's what Boakai told us. You want us to believe Boakai. But Boakai is telling us that MRU entered Liberia without his presence, without his knowledge, without anything of his, attention. But the project, an MRU project, my people, put yourself in an independent shoes.
Don't put on your political party cap. Be very independent. For a president of a country to tell you, and I will, and I know, I just want you to just try to figure this out. Huh? The president of your country telling you, and I know how MRU entered the country. He didn't know how the people start the project, but they make it that MRU project. So this time MRU can just enter people's country now and just go ahead. Is this not disrespect to the people, to the citizens? Is this not a disrespect? They kind of broad daylight you will believe it. So they don't have Minister of Internal Affairs. Now it's local government that's supposed to know what is happening in the county. That's why they get superintendent and all the other people. So it means they don't brief the president. What are you trying to say? So for instance, Sakila Nyimale and all the people in the country, they don't brief Joseph Nyima Boakai. So the national security in Liberia, they don't also brief because the people are supposed to be all over, all over, all over. So when we tell you that Boakai is an irresponsible liar, an irreparable, an unrepentant liar who must be exposed at all times, some of you get vexed with us. But why getting vexed with us? When you have a man that will never be truthful to the people, when you have a man that have decided from all indications that lies will be a portion, that you want us to believe it. So I asked him, I said, you want me to believe this? The government that could not tell us about the slumber borough, you want us to believe it? The government that even denied initially when we informed the public that the government of Liberia was in a clandestine deal to extort money from innocent students. At the end of the day, you said that was a lie. But when we went to do the background investigation to find out it was true, just give me a minute. It was true that the narco test scholarship was one of those programs that the government was able to deceive innocent Liberians, took money from them, and at the end of the day, they walk away scot-free. Some people, they refuse to believe it. When we told them, they said, no, la, 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 la. But here we are. When we said the first lady was involved with criminal act by taking money from innocent students in the name of the coming send them to Great Britain to go learn book. When we said it, that it was a crook thing that was going on there, people said, oh, we lying, we lying, we lying. Even people in the government, they came to defend it. At the end of the day, what happened? It proved that we were saying the truth. When the political advisor to the president, Mandela Cooper, came out and lied to the public, and Joseph Nyima Boakai approved that 37 buses were coming, Ayalolo, they were coming from Ghana. At the end of the day, she even said, yeah, Joseph Nyima Boakai is informed. Up to today, we still waiting for Ayalolo. When Joseph Nyima Boakai came up to tell us that his friends sent caterpillar for him to Bay Road, is there friends that didn't want to send caterpillar? When we told you that it was a bunch of lies, it was just a bunch of deception. You Whooper was too angry. Whooper will not let to hear the truth. Will not let Joseph Nyima Boakai business. At the end of the day, where Joseph Nyima Boakai and Yellow Machine friend? No, where is Joseph Nyima Boakai and Yellow Machine friend? On this note, fellow Liberians, before we even enter into our discussion, let me just welcome my brother Jake. Jake, what's up? I'm sorry, unmute yourself. I muted you.
Quench a little bit low. The volume, little bit low.
Anyway, maybe it's from your end, but I'm getting you loud and clear.
Go ahead. Maybe from my end.
Yeah. Welcome, welcome.
Let me go come back to see.
All right, okay, fine. So at the end of the day, with all of these theses that I am presenting to you, you still want me to believe a Boakai. A Boakai who told us yesterday that he had the solution to solve the Liberian people problem, and he's coming as a rescuer. But this man is able to tell us that Liberians are on their own, and you want me to believe him, right? Give me reason why I should believe Boakai. No, give me reason why I should believe him. When every time Boakai is given an opportunity, he lied to the people. That's what I said. When something is too truth to believe, do more than one time investigation about it. When this man came and showed that he was a patriot, love Liberia, think Liberia, and build Liberia, we said it that they made because we follow a track record. From day one, we follow this man's track record, and we are aware that Boakai is a diabolic crook from day one. We said it from the beginning. Some of you refuse to believe it. But Jake, welcome. You getting me now? Sure, I'm loud.
Yeah. Getting you clear. Yeah, now. Yeah, thank you. And to the followers, salute. And you'll have to share this video. Sharing is free. Thank you, Prince.
Thank you. So just anchor from here. Let me just attend to something quickly. Anchor from here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, followers, we respect once again. Salute to everybody. The debate is on. You have to share this video. Sharing is free. Let me say the just issue will never go away for the Unity Party, no matter who they appoint to be the DA boss, no matter who they appoint. Let me say something to the Liberian people quick before probably Prince come over. You know, since the appointment, the new appointment, this younger appointment as a DA boss, you see that the problem I have with sedition, that's the problem. They led to sugarcoat, they led to be fake. That's the problem I have with sedition. They quit to rejoice. I see a lot of comments flying on social media. They appoint Zianga, he was CDC man or George Weah. Let me tell you, don't get it twisted like Buick and sedition and follow George Weah. 3 years ago, you all know the whole story concerning the defense minister. Zianga was defense minister on George Weah. The NSA boss today, Prince Johnson, C. Johnson, was the chief of staff. You are quick to forget. These are the guys that want to man the president, the presidency or the president, George Weah. These are the guys. The NSA boss is Zianga. The reality, I see you all over social media. I don't know what happened to CDC people. The people that do your death are the people you can try to celebrate. That's why when I come here and tell you on the platform, I love the president, the former president. I'm a fan of the president. And that sedition was people are not joke, and we are ashamed. And that sedition, and we are ashamed. I know the president. So I was more common platform today to debunk whatsoever lie. But sedition is happy to be. I don't know how to classify it. We are getting carried away. Zianga and Prissy Johnson, head of the military, they were leaking, they were undermining the government. You remember the famous statement by Prissy Johnson, somebody testing. He had a test messages that when Georgia was in Qatar for him to overthrow the government, because he was professional, he decided not to do it. To this date, he still get a text message. Liberians, let me ask you a question. Followers of George Weah, fanatic of George Weah, but those that support, you're checking the region, or you check out of the region. Government that come to power, They don't keep the defense minister. They don't keep the chief of staff. So what happened under the Unity Party? When Joseph Yima Boakai took power Liberians, he awarded the defense minister position was that Zanga were occupying to Prince Johnson. You're feeling forgetting Liberians? Sedition, you're feeling forgetting? Then because of the protest of the soldier wife or the army wife, they never wanted Prince Johnson to become defense minister. That had a reward in the NSA boss. What kind of some government that would come to power if it never want to undermine the previous government? We give power over to the defense minister and Zianka there. You're quick to be carried away. Just kind of think out of the box. Zianka then they did that job. They were undermined because Georgia never knew the system at that time. A lot of people recommended Zianka and Prince Johnson to George Weah. And today, what happened? They seated now at NSC. Now Zianka the DA boss, appointed by Joseph Yima Boakai. So you put your pieces together. I see all of your spraying messages on social media. I told you something here. This power that we're fighting to get, to come back to power, is not easy thing. You're spraying stupid messages. Who is Zianka let CDC? Who says Zianka didn't let George Weah? No, they never let George Weah. They were operative. Let me tell you, they were operative. Everything that was going on in the country. Prince Johnson, that God moved beyond, God made Prince Johnson to make that statement. You don't know your own. You don't know who led the sedition. You don't know who led CDC. You're all over the corridor of Facebook, parading, oh, Joseph Boakai, when the CDC man, who told you that? That's the problem with sedition. You don't celebrate your own. You don't go half for your own. And the same way, you're all in a corridor. Or Yeke Koruba then today. I'm not a fan of Yeke Koruba. No, I will never be. If what they know that they crumble the government with lies and propaganda. Because today they cannot stay on their own. They're looking for a win to hold on. They're looking for a place to be, for the rain to not beat them. You see sedition riding, oh, Yeke. You think Yeke will change? Yeke can never change. Another government come to power. CDC come back to power. Yeke will do the same thing because that was a strategy to retain power. The Unity Party saw through him. That was a disgrace. Now look at his political life now. You gotta be tough. You gotta be radical. The opposition don't play the game you're playing. They don't celebrate your own. You think all that thing that Fallon said, you think that people celebrating Thomas Falla? You think that people celebrating Sir Joseph? You know, yeah, the Unity Party people talking about Sir Joseph. Eh? Sir Joseph is switch star. You can see the Unity Party embracing them. That Nemo story shouldn't fool y'all. Yeah, internal affairs minister. He want to challenge. Thomas Falla in Lofa County. You think they happy with Thomas Falla in Switching Party? They got a different group. But when other people come in for different sides, quick, that damage your government, you have to embrace it. You can't think quick. That's the problem I have with sedition. That's the problem I have with them. That's why I mean, I support the president. You shouldn't be carried away. That appointment shouldn't you shouldn't think. Nothing can change. You got to focus on adjusting and nail the Unity Party to the international community. That's what we're here for. Put pressure on them. Put a lot of pressure. You see what happening in the country? Maybe private prince will dive into it. But a lot of Liberians taking notice. You know what happened, right? Look at the appointment Joseph Boakai made. 73 different appointments. You know where it's coming from? To the very courthouses in Liberia. You know what they put in appointing in the various places? They prepare I tell you something here. You will mark my video that they are preparing themselves for 2029. Go on the executive mansion website. You know just Boakai appointed? He appointed already. The material coded all over the country. He put in point United Parties in power to the other places there that come for election. They will do the dirty job. They already positioning themselves that what we should look at. That what we should look at Liberian people. Just go to the executive mansion website. Go see, I said 73 people the president appointed to the various courthouses and all in the various counties and Grand Cayman everywhere. As they put in the strategic position that in case election problem coming, they will use a post system whatsoever. The ballot boxes then they were cheap. I told people the Unity Party get a lot of things to steal the election. Go look at the executive mansion website. Zanka story may not fool you. No, they will not fool you. They were operative. I think security people know what I mean by operative. Prince know what I'm talking about. You shouldn't be carried away on social media. That's my problem again with sedition.
Thank you. Thank you. You just enter, anyway, you just beat around and enter one of our major discussion. But again, I want to say thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
Jake, I want to first of all start like this before we even go into the meat of the issue. Do you trust your government? When I mean your government, you know, it's our government, Liberian government. Do you trust this government?
No, I would trust the government. The government laughed in the beginning.
Thank you. You know, then let's take me to the second issue of our major discussion. Fellow Liberians, some of you who are listening, you are aware that Joseph Newman Boakai, after the back and forth with the LDPA boss, who is reporting directly to Gregory Como and Tatan Boakai, including Joseph Newman Boakai, Boakai has now agreed with us that the LDEA boss is compromised.
Yes.
We said it from the beginning here. But Boakai said no. I continue to say, and I will say it. The reason why these people were delaying, they were not delaying to do investigation. No. That was not what they were delaying. All of the delays that you see, look, is tactical. It's intentional. It's well planned. They were only waiting for this particular Biago guy to start to destroy some evidence that he had his hand in, that Joseph Newman Boakai was directly involved with. That all. They were just giving him the time to destroy all of the evidence. Why do you think Gregory Como could not arrest Paul King when it was discovered that that cocaine was to his house? Why he did not arrest the man immediately? Why he allowed Paul King to go to his house, come back, well, for almost 1 month, almost 2 weeks. He lead a man, the man will come to the police station, they toss him on, they drink beer, and go back. 2 weeks. Somebody who had $19 million cocaine in his house. In the man's house, the man had $19 million cocaine inside his house. According to him, because it was clear. The government said it. Man had the cocaine in the house. They did not arrest that man, but they will call him. They say the man can. He tell the husband, say, a lawyer come for you. A lawyer come for a lawyer's son. A lawyer carry him. 2 weeks. We made noise here. We made noise here. We made noise here. We made noise here. Later on, when the man finished destroying all of the evidence to entangle them or to be able to include them into it, they say, yeah, okay, they're ready now. Let's put him in hand. Let's carry him. You think we're stupid around here? Just like Newman Boakai think we're stupid. No, we are not fools. So here is it. The same Boakai is today telling us that the ORC that he appointed, this man is conflicted. And the nonsense is they're even trying to defend him. They're even trying to defend him. When you look at the communication of the executive mansion, they're even trying to defend his stay. They now found too much. I'm just trying to paraphrase it. Now found two more evidence that he with a drug business, but to some extent the net is compromised. There were some ethical breaches. What were the ethical breach? If that's true, you're talking that you couldn't put on the executive mansion. What was the ethical breach? Or those ethical breaches? Well, you can tell us. Are they kind of people we believe? Joseph Newman Boakai, are they papier we believe? The old gangster, that he the one we believe? But my brother Jake, you saw the communication. Finally, they has released this man, and they have brought on board Daniel Zianga. I don't know, maybe you spoke about it, but what is your take on this?
He putting the old one in a new bottle. For me, you putting old one into the new bottle. So nothing extra will change. They know. Zianga was on the security team now for Boakai. So now they just transferring to the DEA now. So nothing will change. Nothing will change. The country is broke. The Unity Party don't have money. Reality. Let them come here and tell some of us here now where they take money from. Everybody know they don't have money. Maybe only their party people will say they don't have money. The country is tough more than before. Prince, go in the country. So as any great economy in our country today, it will not be real. It will not be biased. The country is seriously hard, difficult. A lot of things going on in the country. So for me, I say they're putting old wine in a new bottle to play on the Liberian people, no matter what kind of team the president select. You hear probably years will come, but months will come, we'll hear another big case again. The cartel already embedded in our country. All that Zianga appointment and distraction. They let Biago know or he get evidence on them, so they will never prosecute him. They will never bring him to justice. Like, men are gonna get conversation. These guys are security people. We are living in a modern era and selling. These guys get video upon video evidence in our country. Let me tell you something, Prince, to tell you something quick. You remember when they appointed these guys, they were marching all over the ghettos there. They were marching all over the ghettos in the country. A lot of people were videotaping all their movement. They have special camera videotaping every movement. They were all in the very community. You will see camera. They had over 20 DA officers, including their boss here, Bianco, all of them. You see camera all over the place. So they make everything. They got a lot of video, but they would never display the video. They would never. Because while the Unity Party noted for such things, they led to hard things. They will never be transparent to the Liberian people. You shouldn't get it twisted, Liberian. The police RG, angry movie said, senior top government officials. Who they talk Bianco senior government officials, the DEA guy? Who are the top government officials they covering up for? They know them. They get video on them. So all of them intertwined. So they will never bring one of the top government officials. When they bring one outside, he will not go alone. He will drag all of them. So you will never. I told you, no matter what kind of investigation, what kind of people they bring in that country, the people finish destroying everything. You guys are calculated people. They rule the system for a very long time. They know it. All the investigators are coming from America. I told you people. I do my own findings on that guy now. That guy from South, that guy when you saw in the picture, Prince, he from South America. That guy you saw in the picture. I put him on findings, everything together. Maybe we come here, I will give all a labor. Oh, I just get it from a South American region. And you know what that South American region known for? This guy can be the American citizen, but if from that region, That whole region, Venezuela, Mexico, Colombia, all of them, they are total just people. Look at the name. Look at the name. You live in the States. It's a Latino or Latino. It's a Latino. If on that side, they come in compromise a case. We'll never hear no. Yeah, believe me. You will keep my video and say, yeah, Jay, you said it from the beginning. We'll wait for the investigation. The international community, when it will start, let them make like people don't know. Let them have that press conference. They all of them are on our investigation team. You gotta know them. They will vet that name. To vet that name is very, very easy now these days. We get a lot of things to our disposal now to vet these people. But for me, Liberian people and the followers there, it will be black. They will cover, it will be the biggest cover up in Liberian history. One of the biggest cover up will be in Liberian history. They just 370 million or $500 million just to be the biggest cover up ever in Liberian history. Nobody, they will never get total funds. They will slide, they will go on the rough after months and months. Then probably we'll start discussing different things by 2027. Yeah. But we need to keep our eye on the ball. The focus here, I always say to Liberians here, the sedition, those are the fan of George Weah. Do not drop the ball. The focus here is 2029. How to retain, how to come back to power. What kind of strategy to put in place? Now, me, I like too much talking. No. I let us to pin the Unity Party to that game plan. That the only way the CDC can come back to power. Prince, along the point Zianga, they trying to tell the Liberian people they brought new team. So everybody will try to forget, but that whole system, they will never bring nobody to justice. No top senior government official. If they cannot bring this that's my suggestion to the CDC. That's my suggestion to CDC. We're not stupid here. We're going to put this RG video upon video. We can circulate it all in the Western world. And they will comment. I said, John, they're fighting drugs. You don't know? We can still pin the United Party. But CDC, those that wouldn't CDC that enter that position, they will do they can do what they can do. But we can still pin them to know who the top government official. Because we hear from the RG. We hear from the RG. They're trying to bury the thing. But we'll wait and see what the investigation will see.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, this is what I want to say about this, how you call, entire police, the appointment of Zianga. For me, I am not surprised that Boakai is appointing these people. I'm not surprised. And I'm coming from two fronts. Like I was saying yesterday, when Boakai took over, they had what we call this joint meeting of our international partners, the outgoing government, you know, some key sectors in the security sector was discussed. Our international partner advised that there was a need for the security system, the way it was, to be as it is at least for about a year. And then they can do what we call a gradual, roll out. And the reason why they were advising was because so far, from the 12 years of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to the 6 years, what they've seen as far as they are concerned, especially under the regime of President Weah, what they have seen a reform, a more, people-centered, a more democratic, a more civil security system, especially without the police, and et cetera, et cetera. So they advise that if you can leave these people there for at least about a year, with the progress that we have made, we will continue to monitor and continue to work with these people. We can build a good system That was their advice. That was our international partners' advice to Joseph Numa Boakai. But again, Boakai had his own plan. He had his own thought. He had his own will. He refused. He said no. When Boakai did that, it was strategic because he wanted to put his people that will answer yes sir to him in specific and particular area. Specific and particular area. Let me say this. Boakai knew from day one that he was going to be in connection with these drug dealers. He knew from day one. Have you asked yourself, the friend of Joseph Numa Boakai that Joseph Numa Boakai is talking about, where are those friends? Why are those friends not coming around? Why aren't we seeing them? Who are the friends?
Yes.
That Joseph Numa Boakai is talking about. Joseph Numa Boakai always talk about his friend when he took over. He said, my friends are there.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yes, that real. Yes, you nailed it. Yes.
We saw President we are talking about his friends. We saw his friends. We saw the Dubai people when they were opening the Emirate Hospital. We saw his friends coming there. They came there. We saw his friends. We saw President we are visiting his friends. We saw a one in secret.
Yeah, the man from Qatar, all of them.
We saw President we are visiting the France president. The France president. He went there, a friend. They shook hands, they do their friend thing. They bought their hair together. They sat down, they do their phone and whatever. We saw President, we are friends. His friends were not in hiding. President, we are boasted of his friends, of helping him to achieve some of the things that he was able to achieve. He did not hide them. They were not secret. They were not Gina. They were not ghosts. They were visible. All of us can count those friends. Where are the friends of Joseph Numa Boakai?
Right.
Where are the friends of Joseph Numa Boakai?
Selling point, yeah. Real point you nearly yet to them. Real point you nearly yet.
Where are his friends?
Yeah, that the trust
if
friends.
you want to believe that, and Boakai and I, where they think here, what happened? Boakai knew that he was already in relationship with these cocaine people. You know, the cocaine people, they ain't let to be in that kind of open thing. Facebook thing, this, that, no. They're only behind. You can't know them. Their friends say they're not up like that. Too much, no. You see them get that. So Boakai been dealing with these people a long time. He been dealing with them. If Boakai, if vice president for 12 years, you will get your friend. Your friend will not be coming to Liberia to help you.
It will come.
You will not go visit them to have that interaction to be able to appeal to them. You will not go there. Liberians, thank God for the Western world that have educated us sufficiently. Thank God that we come and we are able to learn a thing of two to make us to become critical. The friends that Boakai was talking about, he drugs people. Boakai knew that was the people that he was collecting money from. He collected money from them and promised them, when I become president, Liberia will be that particular hub. Because remember, these people, they have been fighting, looking for a way of patching, where they can be able to settle and distribute. It has been a serious issue for the cartel. Especially for that particular Colombia route. From that Brazilian Colombia route, Liberia is the closest area in terms of the sea that they can be able to come to. And knowing very well that we do not even have sea protection, look, the people can study. Let me tell you something, my people. Cartel is not just name.
Wow.
They go deep. They can study the system. They get people in the system. They will already know your weakness before they start to engage with you. They don't come to find out from you what is your weakness. No, they know your weakness. When they want to deal with you, for example, they will know that they may own a weakness at money, or they may own a weakness at woman. They will already know. So when they come into you, they will come to you with that mindset that they know your weakness. They know what the weakness of Joseph Numa Boakai. That this man is a serious spender. He don't manage money very well. He is greedy for money. Anywhere the money go, he will run behind it. Whether it come from Satan, we want him to go there. When Boakai told us that he would dance with the devil, You think that dancing with the devil, you think what Boakai was talking about? You think Boakai know you were in relationship with cooking people around you? And some of the devil he was talking about. These were some of the things that you were talking about, and amongst many other things to win election. Because these people, they have money. They know the weaknesses. So Boakai went to them and collected money from them. Now, ask yourself, when Boakai took over that incident that happened in Bond County, where he a nephew Yekede fell out.
Yeah.
When Boakai took that money from us, the man just came in power. I mean, less than 2 months, he just took over as president. He gave such a huge money. Where he got that money from? And these were the people that said the country was broke. President, we are in little money there, according to them. Where he took the money from? Who gave him that money? My brother, go ahead. Let me attend to something.
Yeah, follow us to continue. Please making a serious point here. Who are the friends? We know all George, we are friends. Look at the West African region, for example. The former Senegalese president, Macky Sall, the Guinean former president, Conti, all these guys there, the one from Burkina Faso, all of them, that are his friends there. But what the Boakai friends that he was talking about? They get friends. Don't remember, Ben Nayuri used to take on a private plane to go to Nigeria with Tala Yuri. You remember that famous video when they're all together? He never had friends. 12 years, Ellen Johnson said he never had a connection because he told the Liberian people was an old car parking. So he never made friends. That why the government get that, if you look at it, if you put your pieces together, Liberia, now why would he travel to other country? Nothing working for the government, nothing working for the country. He now bringing in a big a reality because you don't have the kind of friends then. That's true. So pre-ready, you don't have a friend. Now, Benita, you and he were dependent to connect him to all these people. He never had no friend. These are the friends we are seeing now. These are the guys that financed the election of the Unity Party. And they all the dirty job to maintain power because Prince Shelley, with vulnerable society, we don't have nothing on the seaport. So they will come through that region. So they were making Liberian a just pop.
Thank you. So as I was saying, my brother Jake, so at the end of the day, these guys reached out to Boakai because they know that Boakai could not manage his own life. Boakai was around crying around the place. Oh, I had to go to bank. I had to take money from bank. There's that. These people on Boakai sent the distress signal to them already. So they knew that he was the easy pick. They knew that they could support him. They knew that they could do all kind of nonsense. They could play with the system. And these people, when we say drug cartel, it's not just drugs these people sell. They have experts in different areas.
Everywhere.
You can play with technology. At a certain point in time, yes, the network, it was shaking. The people who network, National Election Commission, where they are how you call, they didn't say announce it, they say their website was down. They announced that their website was down. When they say cartel, these are people that are schooled and trained in different areas. They get people there who know how to fight real war. They get guerrilla there among them. They get real experts among them, RT people. They get everybody among them because when they are going with full force. They're going to infiltrate. They're going to settle down. So they get all of these different people among them. They get pastor there among them. They get different people among them. So they knew. And that's why they decided to work with Boakai. So when you hear Boakai, look, Boakai revealed so many things during the election. Some of us, some people wasn't listening, but without our listening, we got it. Boakai said, I would dance with the devil. He knew these people. They told him what they had interest in. Look, Boakai, you don't have the money. We will support you. You don't have what it takes to be able to win this election. We have the technology. That's why I said, look, people like Amara Conan, they hear them. Who told you Amara Conan don't know about the whole drugs thing? Who told you don't know? Look, don't be deceived, right? Don't be deceived. People like Amara Conan, they knew from day one.
Yes.
That Boakai was taking money from people that had evil acts, people that have dubious means. But you know what? Amara Conan went ballistic because he felt that he was going to be in a cycle with Joseph Nima Boakai to be dealing with these people. But when people like Tatan Boakai, other people look at it for lunch and say, but American can be here, oh man. You already finished winning your seat. You kick that man away. Look, if American want to talk, American will talk. What me, I'm not moved by that kind of thing. I don't even see them. I don't talk. I don't see them. When people read 1 or 2 posts, then we excited. Yeah, hey, man, we.
Yes, thank you. That's my point I have with them. That's the point I have with CBC.
Who told you that these people don't know? The likes of American don't know. Who told you the likes of these people who running around today? They're talking here, they know. When they say things in our interest, we'll be excited. Yes, they will excite us. But we know that they know. This damage, they cause it, they put it on our head.
Yes.
They should not come pretend as if they are fighting. No. If they want to fight, they know how to fight. Look at what happened to our man that we were talking about yesterday.
Wemon P.
Hey, Wemon P. He said he got document.
That will baffle me.
Hey, Wemon P was the man that everybody was praising right here. Oh, the man that started the advantage man. Oh, the man that good man. Oh, the man that did. What happened to his advocacy, Liberia? What happened to his advocacy?
Look at that video. Look at that video you were displaying yesterday.
What happened to the advocacy of Wemon P? The man that say he get document. When he release the document, will not be easy. The government stealing money and the government doing this, the government doing that.
He told the Liberian people that all our mineral deposits $1.7 trillion. 1.7. He came out and made that statement. He get all the dossier in him. As you said, where is the paper trail? Since the vice president visited him, he keeps silent.
And my brother, for the sake of the argument, let's play this one. So
yes. Let's play
it. BMT they on. They think the people or their BMT they on. Their BMT they on. They think the people of Liberia don't know them. The criminal deeds that they have struck. Even as I speak to you, I have documents, sensitive documents. I can't give out now. I have sensitive documents how they are sold out some of our important mineral deposits. I have that. The deals that they cross, the deals they try to cross with other companies in the country already. I intercepted that. It's right now in my hand. It's in my hand right now. They don't know about it, but I know it. Yeah. So they're afraid.
I want to stop here.
Listening to. Yeah, Prince, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Prince. So what Wemon P said, and that document the vice president went for?
That's exactly what he went for. You think what he went for?
Liberians, we're smarter than these people. When they come here to cajole you people, like what's now? I said nobody ever some of us here. Thank God some on social media now. Look at that statement. Wemon P was doing a lot of things when they sacking from the energy position. I get document. Not knowing that document, the vice president, you remember the video, the vice president went to a house. He walked with slipper, a visitor him. He said, I will take them fighting war. Not knowing, because he had that document that would think the government wrong, but don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. He gave them all the copy. Let me tell you something. He gave them something. But when they play the game, but you know what? I'm not going to go there. They're not credible. You're not made of that war. Because what? The bacon will not come again. So he cannot wait 2 years. He cannot wait 2 years to this. That's why I said, tell me to Liberian people, let them read book. Repetition is greater than money. They don't know. Let them read book. That means say repetition is greater than money. So for the thing he did, he can even never hold any kind of seat in the Republic of Liberia. He can never be represented because if he want to be represented, the person that will run against will use all these things to nail him. One thing because we'll get a fracture to a credible society. Wemon P today, the silent. Mr. Wemon P, I challenge you now. Maybe somebody will tag video to you or you hear this video. You compromise yourself. All the big mob you guys were making, you get hard cassette document. Now, Jeremiah couldn't wait till you play on you and took that document for you. What you will say now, you mute, you silent in the Republic of Liberia. You're flat-footed, you're flip-flopping all over the place.
Thank you so much, Jake. We've been joined by our brother Elton. Elton, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a privilege for us to have you. Welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Prince and Jake, how are you doing today?
Yeah, what's up?
So, Elton, we are looking at the recent, we're still looking at this drugs issue, anyways. Like we've been saying from day one, that the LDEA boss, he was seriously compromised. And there were many people who said, no, hey, you're just angry. Oh, you're just vexed. Oh, you're just this. Oh, you're just that. Today, we are now seeing from the executive mansion that the president is now agreeing with us that this man has some administrative issue, according to them, that he tried to sugarcoat it. So he has been relieved of his post. And Zianga has been appointed as the new LDEA boss. Let's hear from you, bro. What is your take on this? If you can use the next 3
Yes.
minutes, we appreciate it. Let's
Thank you. Prince, I'm constrained to come on here and provide some clarity relative to the current head of LDEA elect, appointed by President Boakai, my friend who I grew up with in Matadi and played on the same soccer team with. I was one of the youngest on the team, and he's one of our very fine player. Lascimento FC, anyone who's following knows it. And I even wrote it on his page to congratulate him and included our team. So if you go on his former Facebook page, you will see my congratulatory message to him on his page currently. So Prince, let me inform Jake that a lot of things he said here about Zagan, they are inaccurate. So firstly, Jake, you are right when you say that sedition claiming or celebrating Zagan is not totally all their privilege, because you realize that he worked under Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, who came to presidency before we are, and he was a chief of staff in Ellen's government. And I even visited Liberia 2017, and we played together again as teammate for Lakwasi, what we call Otamo in America. We usually say caucus. So this is somebody who has still, and the fact that you could say that he and Prince C. Johnson were people who were attempting to undermine the government, and ironically contradict yourself and say that Prince C. Johnson was being told by people to topple we are government, but he refused. Now tell me, if someone was plotting to overthrow you and they were asked to do so, would they refuse? No, they wouldn't. Those guys are consummate professional. And Zagan, I can vouch for him anywhere. He's a man of very little word. Look, this is somebody who I start with, and play with candid or time. You sit next to him and you will have very little conversation. He doesn't even display too much emotion. He's very, very serene. He's very, very professional the way he carries himself from day one until he became a general in the military. And he was trained by the U.S. government. So the credit goes to the U.S. government and Liberian government. And he decided not to be a part of any political institution, because there are certain areas and places you reach in your life. You want to maintain professionalism, aligning yourself, especially in Africa. If you align yourself with any political institution, you damage your career, so to speak. You damage your career because you have some biases and you cannot control it. And I love his stance in Liberia. Any president that comes to power, he provides a professional service. He worked under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as a star. He worked under George Weah. I visited Liberia also as a defense minister. And today, he has been offered a position to serve as the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency boss. So I will not allow Jake to say this gentleman is somebody who tried to undermine the Liberian government when we was president, along with Prince C. Johnson. So I just thought to provide that clarity. And as far as the conversation goes today, you don't expect Liberia to go and find a professional from Ghana or Sierra Leone or any part of the world to serve this position. We need our own professional. And the president today thought it wise to bring a very formidable force from the military end to serve this position. I think it's laudable. And tomorrow, if CDC comes to power, 2029, should we be the head of the CDC? And I think he will, as he has already declared. If we are asked Zagan to go back to the AFL, for example, or ask him to even continue at LDEA, as a professional person, if he deems it necessary, he's going to go there and he's going to serve. I don't think anyone going to besmear his character and say that he was plotting to overthrow WEA when they were controlling the military, and I sit here and let it to slide, because people are listening to these platforms. Sometimes we take them lightly, but people are following, and I think things that people say should reflect the truth. And if you're going to say anything to the contrary, Jake, provide piece of evidence and not just say Prince C. Johnson will offer opportunity to talk with the government and he refused, because that's a contradiction. If you saying they were cahoot to overthrow the government, and you say they will offer a chance to do so and they refuse, it holds no water. I will stop here for now.
Yeah, right, so, let me answer him.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will answer him. Listen. He do pray sinking for Zianka, he do pray sinking for the NSA boss. We're not stupid. We get video on him. Video. He make a statement during George Weah time. Followers here. We get video. When George Weah was in Qatar for months, because the Unity Party, they never believed they could come to power. He's young. He NSA boss, Quincy Johnson. Nobody asked him. He went on a platform. He said, I get radio station. What kind of platform? He went and told the Liberian people. They're sending a lot of text messages to overthrow George Weah. Who said Quincy Johnson? He still get, no matter where he can come and preach your propaganda, he still get these messages. I will go to Liberia. I will ask followers here. We're not stupid yet. We will say what we can say. Listen. You talk and talk. You talk for minutes. Zianka all order them honor man the former president. Let me tell you, as any followers here, any government, as a follower of American politics, more than Liberian politics, even Trump came to power, for example, all the governors working under Joe Biden, they are all professional. He sacked all of them, the chief of staff, he get new team everywhere. It happened in Europe, it happened all over the world. You come to power, you bring your own team. You start to maintain somebody for that particular old team. That's when you're talking because you're working early Johnson Sally. The system was planted for over 12 years. They all part of the Unity Party. You can never change my narrative. You can never bring false narrative here. You can never play that game on us. Never. Your side is your side. My side, we probably sharing the water now for Zianka then to hear that. I know the game the people in the Western world play, the Unity Party. Besides you keep saying it, I saw another friend of mine. He start praising Zianka now because he was a former US Marine. Maybe the Zianka they will call them to Morovia for them to find he said job. No, not a game here. But I'm not me say and Quincy Johnson went on a platform. He said a lot of people were testing me to talk about the government. I said, because he was professional, that's why he talked with the government. But if he wanted to go on a particular situation, he could do it. Because probably he wanted to throw Liberia back in the dark days. He made that statement, that the statement we're saying here from today, because when he came to power, when Boakai came to power, who they appointed as the defense minister strictly, the former chief of staff, Joseph Boakai appointed him straight as defense minister. You can't think out of the box. Then from there, when the army women protested in the country, they rewarded in the NSA position. No government within Africa, bring that video for me. The whole West African region, that they will leave from power. Then they keep all the police director, all these people. Why they can never keep them? They will bring their own group of people. So George Weah's government will honor man.
Yeah,
because the people knew the system for 12 years.
Let me just say this in regards to this discussion. What I want for all of us to establish here is that the Prince Charles Johnson, the Zianga, these are all members of the Unity Party. All of them. They are members of the Unity Party. Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf recruited these people based on their, willingness to work, and gave them the necessary expertise to be able to help her to achieve her goal in order to serve the country. So they are members of Unity Party. That we all know of. Is not something that is hidden. They work in their professional area. That's good. Now, somebody will want to argue. You think a Joseph Newman Boakai will be able to bring on somebody who is not in his interest? Absolutely not. I'm going to give you an example. MCC. People who are MCC, only because they were identified as sedition, they sacked them from there. They sacked them. EPS officers, about 700 of them that were well trained. We spent good money. The country spent plenty of money on these people to train them. At the end of the day, what did Joseph Newman Boakai do? He sacked them. Their old man were used to be sweeping on the street, cleaning or doing the rainy season time. When they took over, they had a contract with the Ministry of Youth and Sports. What did they do? They sacked them. They sacked them from there. While we on the show, Adolphus just put something here of the Kakata Road, that grass is growing there. Under President Weah regime, there were these people that were employed, and they were working along with the Monrovia City Corporation and also the various counties to clean, to brush the road. They took them from there. Only because they said these people, they were sympathizers of the CDC. Emma Glasgow was taken from NAFA. Let's look at the CBL boss, Talu. He was taken from there. The only bad G said, no way, I will go to court. Boakai call and say, and let us small money here, go sit down. Look, the fact of the matter is that Boakai is not going to bring anybody that does not agree with him or say yes sir to him. Boakai is not the kind of president like President Weah, who even when you criticize him, enter a room and you criticize him, at the end of the day, you will walk out with cold water in your hand. Mr. Boakai is not like President Weah, that when you...
I can hear you. You're sounding low.
Yeah, that is not how you call President Boakai. President Boakai will put his own where his own supposed to be because he believed that he own. Look at Queen Johnson, for example, who committed a crime that you and I, my brother Elton, if this was the United States, Elston, if this was the United States, but now these people, they are still either they investigated or something has happened, especially on a video. Let's look at, for example, Francis Sakila Nimale, who is on tape of ordering people to unalive people. And Tamamamo was unalive. Today, this man was given a position. He passing around with Joseph Newman Boakai. Look, whoever that Joseph Newman Boakai called, he knows that these people are able to do his dirty work, and that's why he's calling them. That's why he's calling them. He's not calling them for anything. He's not bringing them on board because they are professional. He's bringing them on board because they will be able to work with him, because they will be able to dance by his tune.
Okay, Prince. So you care for
in my mind, with this issue of Zianga, he is a Liberian, yes. As the working government, that's good. All of us can work in government. But we're in these
Your sound, your audio going in and out.
I'm sorry, I'm so distraction.
Okay, now go ahead. You're clear now. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're in the same people that were telling us that these people were unqualified, they were incompetent. President Weah brought foolish people on board. But they're not the same people that we're referring to as foolish people. Also today now, we must agree that they are not qualified, they are competent, they are some of the best. The same people that Joseph Newman Boakai said they were criminals, they were rogue, they can steal, there people there, they let this, they let that. And at the same Thomas Fala today that Joseph Newman Boakai is hailing, the men who were singing there, Thomas Fala, roll, the other person, roll. And at the same person today, working with Boakai now. But my brother, it is what it is. Let's just give a minute on it. Let's close.
Yeah. Please allow me to do that. Look, Jake,
So we don't want to go back and forth with this.
Jake, I must thank you. I must inform you here. Prince, if you mute, it will help us. Thank you, buddy. Jake, I must inform you that I was fortunate to work in Liberia before coming to America. So I'm one of few people who worked in the private sector when I was in Liberia as a journalist. So I never worked in Liberia as a government official, civil servant, whatever the case may be. And living in America, I can say openly, God has blessed me. And if I should go back to Liberia, I will still be able to work and will be able to provide my service in the private sector. I don't have any friend closer to me or family member closer to me that know that. I always say that I don't think I could ever work in government in Africa because of the way politics and stuff. And even lately, the way our country going, I got involved with politics. Because I always thought like sports is so diversified, sports is a unifier. So I always love going the route of sports. But now with the way things are unfolding, that's why I picked this path. So I'm not going to toot my horn any further, meaning I'm not going to provide praise for myself, but we're going to stick with the issue. You can say that Prince Johnson and Dana Zaka, this is for Prince. He said Zaka was a Unity Party partisan. Being appointed to a position by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf doesn't make him. So I want him to provide me any piece of evidence that he has that General Zaka worked and was a supporter and is a member of the Unity Party. I challenge that vehemently. I do not have that knowledge, and I do not think that is accurate. So I'm looking forward to him providing that piece of evidence. So Jake, to you, that's all I have to say. Not everyone who you see speaking in this dispensation is just coming. Like I spoke when was in power. I have criticized Ellen for the 12 years that she served, and I thought she underperformed, and I've said it on the platform. So that's what I wanted to say. You can go ahead and take it from there.
Listen, every Liberian know nobody independent in our country. Somebody gets a kind of alignment with political party.
Everyone don't have
nobody.
To be an alignment.
I think about top government official, maybe citizen, yes, maybe they make what they get a kind of respect for somebody in a Republic of Liberia. We're talking about politics here. No matter you can hide it, you can hide it. We cannot show you Zanga. Prince cannot show you Zanga ID card with your Unity Party or the.
Show anywhere on any. This is the social media age. Show any post or people in regalia. Show any T-shirt of Zanga.
He got to wear, my friend. He got to wear T-shirt. These guys are military people. They got to wear T-shirt. But when they go in that voting booth, they will vote for the party they like. When they go in that voting booth, you want to tell me? Wait, listen to me. You want to tell me Zanga never cast vote before?
That's what I'm saying. But casting vote for Unity.
Listen, Gamsa will walk in the Zanga will walk, or Prince Johnson will walk in the voting booth. Then they will cast a vote who they like or who they like. They get political alignment.
I can cast vote for you. I'm not a member of your party. It doesn't mean. Let me say this. Let me say this, please. We don't want this to be like we can take a time off to maybe just look at Zanga and discuss about it. Look at the pros, cons, etc., etc. But I just want this to be like a topic that we just discuss and then move on with it. Like I said earlier, for me, I see this as a deception. I see this as a high level of incompetence on the part of the government. And especially, Joseph Nyuma Boakai, because
Prince, what is the deception here? That you offer a job by Joseph Boakai?
No, the deception. This is the deception I'm trying to explain. That yesterday, Mr. Boakai condemned Zanga. Mr. Boakai says Zanga was incompetent.
Untrue.
Qualified.
He did not say that.
According to Mr. Boakai, he said Zanga, there were some of the people who didn't know their left from their right. President, we have brought on board people who were.
Can you back that up?
We're completely alien to government. That's what they said. That was the argument that they put before the people. According to Joseph Nyuma Boakai, he said these are some of the people that are responsible to bring drugs in the country. Remember now, the Unity Party went on drugs and said that the CDC as a government was importing drugs. So therefore, those who were working in the government, they were one way or the other an alibi.
But Prince, it's easy to defeat that statement that you just made because Unity
But when
Party
they can say Tomo Fala
12 years.
When
was
you
thief, and they
Unity
get
Party
it there with
condemn,
Tomo Fala
my
today.
brother, let me say this.
Am I
When you
lying?
condemn a system, right? When you condemn a system without not pointing to specific, it means everybody that is part of that system,
Thank
they
you.
are indicted, or in other words, one would say
But
they are included
but that
in
can
that
easily
particular in that particular section. So
and
the
Prince,
government, Joseph Numa Boakai ran a campaign that the government of President Weah, they were all incompetent, they were unqualified, they were bringing drugs, and etc., etc. So today, for Joseph Numa Boakai to go for the drugs man, to go for the man that is unqualified, the man that is incompetent, the man that has no governmental knowledge, is not a governmental material, to go for him, then it means that
Prince,
these
you
are
know what you
all
say
just
is not
an
correct.
example. Yeah, I'm coming, Chief. These are all just example to exonerate His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah from all of the lies that have been told. We are excited that today President Weah has now been exonerated because Unity Party are now praising this man, especially people who support Boakai and the Unity Party. Oh, this man is the best man. This man is a correct man. This man is good man. That the same thing they say about Tomo Fala. They said Tomo Fala or Roro. Tomo Fala or this. The man is still all the country money this that. But today, Joseph Numa Boakai is shaking this man here, calling them men nephew, they breaking cola, they eating cola, they going here, they going there. So therefore, you can see, my brother, that the Unity Party or Joseph Numa Boakai has exonerated President Weah, that those that he employed, they were some of the best, they were some of the competent, some of the qualified, but they did that on the basis of propaganda and lie.
Okay,
And their lie were able to sell. So, these are some of the things that we must acknowledge. These are some of the things that we must realize. When you put people, everybody in one basket, and you categorize them as then corrupt, today or tomorrow, when you see your own brother there, you even know your brother was in the basket, you see, let the condemnation continue. Don't say, oh, no, my brother, man. So, that's where we find ourselves, my brother. That's where we find ourselves. Look, I'm one person who believes that they are state competent, qualified, and very, 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 very hard working and honest people in Liberia. Or whether maybe you would say in the government. But from what I've seen of recent, Boakai will not offer anybody that will not dance to his tune. That's what I know, especially in key areas. So Zianga is willing to dance with the tune of Boakai. If he will compromise all of his years of expertise, well, that one is up to him. If he will be able to throw under the bus everything that he has acquired to reach that level that he has reached as a brigadier general, my brother, we know what going. That's something we can talk. You definitely have Facebook here. We can talk. So if he will be able to compromise himself to do that, well, then it's up to him. But as far as I am concerned, this was the man they call incompetent, unqualified, drugs dealer, and all the things yesterday. Because when Boakai running a campaign, it was not a selective campaign he was running. He was running a campaign based on government performance. Well, let's just use the next 30 seconds. We won't go quick to the next issue because time is far. I don't know, we're already on time, but we'll go to the next issue. So let's just go ahead. Just seal up on this issue.
Please.
Let's go with the Drawer story on the Drawer interview. Our former vice president.
I'll actually do 20 seconds on it. Look, President Boakai never singled out General Zianga, and that gentleman, Jake, I am telling you, if you were to have an interaction with Zianga, you will know that he's cut from a different cloth, as the people will say. He is a serious professional, carries himself as such, and I'm here to vouch for him and everyone.
The problem Labrador have recycle people. They country don't recycle people. They don't have new people.
Go and pick up a professional from Ivory Coast. We have to use the professional that we have.
So Zianga, the only professional that trained by U.S. Army, Zianga, pretty. They're rotating all these guys. Why didn't get union brand? Didn't get union brand of picking in America and other places? That better than Zianga there.
Power somewhere else were there, but the person flopped and Boakai was supposed to go to Zianga. So it tells you that other people were given opportunity.
I don't even say to the sedition, I say the whole country you're suffering from replacement problem. Even sedition, when George Weah decided to now run, they know who to replace George Weah.
Thank you.
Joseph Boakai. No, they don't know who to replace Joseph Boakai.
to the next issue.
CMC.
You
All of them, no replacement.
But you just told us that you only
Jake, I think this
if
was
we
your
are
own
only doing anything
discussion.
wrong as a president, you will defend. For example, if for instance, if we are opening there's something wrong, you will tell you to publicly on a platform, you will defend me regardless. So
Yeah, so Elton, the
I don't
thing
know
is,
how
I can understand. Yeah,
how
I
we
can
draw a line
understand. I can understand where we're coming from. And if any other person was in your shoe, they will also do the same, like you said. And I like the way you put it. You know, you provide disclaimer that this man is somebody you have played with.
personally.
He's a personal friend of yours. So it is
Now, you
not
see where
strange.
Joy my
It
personal
is not
friend
strange.
too.
Everybody will want to
So
do
I'm
the same.
defending him with
But
facts. I'm not going to
you
lie
know,
for him.
but,
No.
but what we are saying, they are also facts on the book. They are also things that Yesterday they said the real government was involved in this, that. So we'll find another time to go on this. But Madam Joy Howard Taylor had a press conference. She spoke on several issues. Basically, she talked about the tangibles. That now we have the chance to compare two governments.
Yes.
Two governments that is now that have taken over power, that have done what they're supposed to do, and etc. etc. My brother Jake, I want to start this from you. I don't know if our brother Elton
The only thing, because you don't have time to play the only thing, you don't have time to play the video.
I listened to a recent video. If that
the interview.
So Jake,
I listened to a recent video.
What is your take on that video?
For me,
Jake, go ahead.
CDC need to play that video. Everybody within CDC, they need to man that video down, learn from that video, because she came from Bon County as vice president, and we never won Bon County. So she went back in her drawing room and tried to put pieces together. A mistake. She said a lot of propaganda was spread. And if you look at the video and at the reality, a lot of him were done by George Weah in Bon County. But Prince Moi and the other guys here, they came from that same county because they wanted power. They went, they spread gibberish and propaganda, and the people from Bon County made that decision. So now, she said something very tangible that she said, since Boakai came to power, what have Boakai done for people of Bon County?
Prince, if you cook, can you mute so the audio can be?
What the people are done for the people of Bon County. So for now, for the 2029 election will be very easy for CDC to compare the handwork of George Weah in Bon County, the contribution he made, the development he carried there, compared to the Joseph Boakai administration. Then from there, you plead your case to the people from Bon County because it's a strategic era that everybody want to win. You win Bon County, you in position for becoming president. So she will help the government of CDC, the party of CDC, to mobilize, put all that energy and go to these people to ask them to make comparison. What I see now, she got a lot of experience. She was there as vice president. She got a shortcoming too. Everybody know that in life. But she said she would be the front person, and other people will take that case to the people of Bon County coming 2029. Then we made a case and compare the two parties. That's why I say here on the platform, this is about comparison now. The 15 years of the 6 years of George Weah and the 18 years of the Unity Party in total. Then we compare everything with catalog video, everything, then or put it on projector, all kind of things. Then they do their own. No propaganda. This time will be no propaganda. Then we'll go to these people that make the decision, the Liberian people, to say this is our handwork. This is what we did. There's not about propaganda anymore. Like why here we don't preach propaganda. Now why here we don't relay video. And most of the video that will be relayed by a projector or in the country. We're doing campaign rally. We're playing all George Weah project. That's all the thing the citizens need to take out to tackle the country, especially that country called Bon County. So it was a great interview by her. A lot of people that want to follow, you go to Joy Howard Taylor interview with that journalist. She breaks a lot of things down today. So yeah, so Prince, we got to hear that video, keep that video, and listen to our statement to tackle Bonkante coming 2029.
Sure. I think tomorrow we exclusively take the time off to play that video. But my brother Elston, let's hear from.
Certainly, Prince. So here's my thing. Politics, you have to be very strategic. So I can totally understand why, in the first place, former President Weah elected to go with Joel Howard Taylor as his vice running mate, and rightfully so, they were able to win. But I would say clearly to anybody, at very seldom we have anything favorable to say, whether somebody who is on the United Party side or on CDC's side or ANC side or whichever political side, anyone who was heavily aligned with our unfortunate civil war. I have very seldom have something favorable to say about them. So I don't have anything to say about the former Vice President Howard Taylor because it's my choice. I do not like to speak about people who were aligned with the war heavily. And the only thing I will have to add here is, look, Jake, Liberians should not be deceived. The election come 2029, no one can negate or deny the fact that Unity Party and CDC will always be the front runner because they have the biggest of party supporters. They have biggest party base in Liberia. But the earnest truth is, it's going to be very tough on Unity Party because of this drug saga, and it's going to be tough equally on CDC because the fact that we know to defeat an incumbent in Africa is tough, and the mere fact that since CDC left power and before they could leave power, there was some very formidable forces that helped to bring CDC to power that has left the party since. Before CDC could come to power, whether you like it or you accept it or not, it is an open fact that cannot be denied that UG Fagon was a formidable force that deflected from CDC. Before CDC could come to power, whether you like it or not, the late George Solo, he was a party chairman and he was a formidable. If he were alive today, he would not be with CDC. Before as CDC left power, Thomas Fowler has deflected from CDC, and Sir Joseph is nowhere visibly around CDC. So there have been a lot of major, whether you accept it or not, the truth is stubborn. There have been a lot of major people who have left CDC that have numbers behind them, and you cannot negate the fact that because of those reasons, I provided the reason why UP will have a tough time in the next election, Jake. I'm going to be to tell you CDC will have challenges come 2029 because I know someone like you don't like the truth from all indication, because I would say the negative about UP, like I highlighted just now, where the challenges will be because of this case. But when I tell you the truth about CDC, I know you don't want to hear it, but Prince,
You can talk. I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing.
Thank you. Thank you. So this is what I think, right? From all indication, you can tell that this government has failed the Liberian people. The reason is very simple. Don't ask any minister, because they are minister and they will have to defend themselves. Don't ask any hardcore sedition or unity partisan, because one way or the other, maybe they will have a hard line to choose. But you know what? Go in the markets. Go talk to the wheelbarrow boys. Go talk to those petty traders who are not in the hardcore Unity Party or CDC thing, who go by what they are affected by. Go there and go ask them. The United Party have paid people to conduct over 100 opinion polls on the social media, and the facts are there. It's not me saying it. Even on their own platforms, all of the opinion polls have shown that the Boakai administration have failed. Maybe you will want to disagree with me, but one thing I know, and I took record of. I remember before the election of 2023, there were simple samples views were taken. Very simple one. On most of these platforms that today we are seeing. And the margin, they were very, very, very close. Some, the Unity Party will lead by, a very thin margin. And that we're able to see during the elections. Of the margin of vote that the Unity Party won by. We saw the number. We know what happened. Why it is true that you cannot exclusively say that this is it and that is it. But we know what happened. Now, when you look at all of the polls that is coming up, these polls are not conducted by people who are working for President Weah or who are working for maybe Joseph Newman Boakai. These are all independent opinion polls.
No, that's your cool baby.
You're sorry. Yeah.
How old is it?
Let's have a close it.
Prince, how old is the child? Oh. Why wouldn't you take it from there so I can provide a little counter? Go ahead.
Yeah. For me,
I have a question for you. So go ahead now. I'll ask you after.
Yeah, go ahead.
But you want to answer my question? So my question is, let's be very honest here, and I will Prince come by and answer the question too. Let's be realistic with this question I have for you guys. Do you think, realistically speaking, it doesn't matter what circumstance these people left under, whether the Falcon, the T5, the Sir Joseph, the late George Solo, do you think that departure will have any effect on CDC, or you think the departure will not have any bearing on CDC come 2029? Be very realistic.
No, listen, what I always say, leave George Solo out of the story. George Solo never had weight. The former chairman, when you talk about, he never had weight. He left the party. Listen, he left the party. Then George won election. He left the party. Then George, he never took part in George administration. He left the whole party. Then the election came. George won. I will say this. I'm a fan of Fagon. I know Fagon personally. I never knew him way back. I knew you at the Jamaican resort. I always say on the platform here, people that follow me, that one of the biggest mistakes doing when we were ruling the country, when he went against the AstraZeneca vaccine whatsoever, and the people through propaganda lied to the president, and they suspended him. That was one of the biggest mistakes. They wasted time when he went to America to call him back or transfer him to another position, because all these sedition were talking plenty, because they believe they own a party. But if you look at real, he was a diehard that could combat the Henry Costa, all these other people there. So that it dismissal, it pain me. I call in America, we used to talk a lot. But a lot of time, he was great friend with Nathaniel McGay. He still is. So they blew it. And I want to get loud. They blew it. Because when Fagon meeting Henry Costa can do that bullshit to him. Until now, still now, the reality, he know what. If Costa can get a plenty talking near Eugene in Sapon, Eugene will play on him too. So they couldn't see eye to eye. And one of the strong soldiers CDC makes. Let me tell you, Tomofala decided to go by his own because he was here. Let me tell you the truth. We're all sedition, we're all us. He was in the cookie jar. So when the people came to power, he got to dance to that tune because he wanted for nobody to bring him to justice to lose all his property. So me, I understand how a political game he play. So I got nothing against him. So he gone back to his father. He gone back to a place he belonged to a tribal man. So before Sir Joseph, I will tell you the truth. Sir Joseph had relevant. But now, I will ask you a question. When last you have seen Sir Joseph? Even Sir Joseph now, I will be honest to you. You don't have no charisma. You don't have no charisma no more. We're talking about the Sir Joseph. Where CDC no. Where everybody, you don't hear any anymore. If you see Sir Joseph now, sir, I will be honest, I said it many times. Sir Joseph looking even older than George we are now. Talking about proportion, everything. Because only they say, I'll always say Liberian. The guys only call repetition is greater than money. You don't have that charisma, you don't have no zeal. Sir Joseph, when coming, you see him being. Tomofala still have it small. But years to come, you will hear what I'm saying. Going here, well, let me tell you something. The biggest man, I'll always tell Sedition, I say, I'm going to get ready one day when George will say, you're not running. Who will be? I'll always ask the replacement. Who is the replacement of George Weah? Who is
You
the
answer that
replacement?
question. You
Joseph,
answer that question.
yeah, so no replacement for the external committee. That's the problem the country have. The new generation won't step forward. All of them want to be playing Yankan. That's why all the old school they say ruling the country whatsoever. So for me, Sir Joseph departure right now, CDC move over in now. He can never take no sedition to follow him. They betrayed the party, they stay for the party because me, I know they were doing it for their own financial gain because government changed hands. So that why they cannot dance with the tune of the Unity Party because they know the Unity Party is ruthless. They will bring them to justice, all these things. Then.
Thank
So
you.
for me, the only regret I will not laugh, the CDC made out that Eugene Falcon.
You can say the owner now, then you have to bring T5 in the equation. Because T5 is a foe to reckon with.
No, only for
Yes.
Lofa. That why listen,
Yes.
that why I told Sedition. I said
You can be
your man
serious,
even put for in Lofa County, Lofa not for us. Your man even go campaign there. Never.
So it means that you are agreeing that T5 is a foe to reckon with.
No for Lofa. No, but he was there. We never won Lofa. Listen, we talk voting Lofa. Along Boakai on the ticket, you can never win voting Lofa. It's normal. It's reality. So when George on the ticket, you win vote in the Southeast, you go win vote in Nigeria.
So you're not convinced that T5 would take a lot of seditions with
Never. Look at Nemo. Listen, I'll give you an example. Nemo, the new group. He went to America recently to have Nemo.
Yeah, I know about it.
We'll play the video, go in our hall, the hall empty. What about doing those things? What about T5?
But people can say the same about the last program that President we are here. Not all your
in America, the convention.
Not all of them were attended. I saw we all on social media.
The convention. But let's leave numbers us up.
So what I think is that we'll continue this discussion tomorrow. Time has elapsed. But again, let me just say thanks to you, our brother Elston. Thanks to you, Jake, for always, being there with your critical view.
We can say 1 minute parting comments.
I think that's what is good. And we must always encourage this, especially those of us, that are to some extent, at certain level. We must encourage the tolerance. President we have always taught us to, respect other people's views. While it is true that we will not agree with it, but again, we must be able to respect. But unfortunately, this is not what we are seeing, especially under this government. When you have a critical view, you are taken off. You are branded as, some kind of person. They will take you off. Like, for example, what happened to the MCC? They moved people from there and said, no, you can't work here because you are not sedition. 700 EPS officers, they said that President we have brought them in, and etc. But I think we will continue to follow the path of President we have that teach us to be tolerant, to always respect people for their views, not necessarily agreeing with them, but we must make space for, that civil conversation. So on this note, my people, we'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow we have enough time, even if it costs for me to pull, my children on my back for to have the show tomorrow. But tomorrow we have enough.
Okay.
So on this note, I want to say thank you, Jake, and thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye to our people who've been listening. Bye.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.